Sleep. Asleep.
Hi, I'm Miriam Bear, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow. Check us out at ketochow.xyz.
I'm Chris, also a co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, we have a couple of products we created to help make doing a keto diet easier. Our main product is a complete keto meal that you can customize to fit the macros that work best for you. We also have some electrolytes that are awesome.
We do this daily live stream to keep you updated on all of our Keto Chow happenings to help us be accountable, stay on track, and have you with us on our journey. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah. We should probably have you say something about that you should click subscribe and hit the bell icon right about that.
You should click subscribe right about then. And yeah.
Anyway, Right Family says hi, guys. Larry says morning, friends. Saskia says morning,
Hi.
people. Patty says hi, bears. Kat says good morning. And Gotta Be Trust says happy Monday morning.
Happy
Butter. Well, there you go.
Butter Monday.
Lily Buck says morning, gang. Tammy says good morning. Norton says Miriam, your hair looks great today.
Thank you.
Matreya says morning. All live stream appreciated. I did miss Autumn's live stream entirely. I was driving to and from Salt Lake to get blood test number 1 today. And after this live stream, I'm going to go get my last blood test of the season.
And then he's going to eat food with me again. Yay!
I actually brought Keto Chow to eat today, unless I can come up with something else.
You'll probably have dinner with us tonight. So
Probably.
He went crazy and bought a ton of meat. So now I can have meat.
Okay.
I could have before, but...
All right. Let's see. Weatherswindy says howdy, howdy. Happy Lee says good morning. Ginger says good morning. Sonia says happy November.
Yes. It's November. Oh, no snack November.
No snack. Hashtag no snack November. I'll have to put that up there. Saskia says the bell sound is really loud compared to the rest of the sound. Okay, I'll turn that down.
We'll fix that.
Kat said her hair always looks good.
Oh, you're so nice.
Rhonda says good morning. Patty says I just bought Tara's Keto Thanksgiving cookbook. Recipes look so yum. Yeah. Kindle Vision is only $3.
Nice. Is that on Amazon, Patty?
Yeah, Kindle version. Yep.
Oh.
Linda says good morning from snowy western
Pennsylvania.
It looks like PAL, but there's an exclamation. Sun is shining, and by Saturday it will be 70 here. Wow.
You know, it was so cold last week that Halloween we were like dying of heat.
Yeah,
so
by
hot.
Halloween. It was actually really nice. We just sat out on our porch, and I handed out bacon to some of the parents. Most parents didn't want it, but at the end of the street where we had our little get-together, there were lots of people who wanted the bacon. So.
Yeah, because it's so COVID scary.
Yeah.
People are scared.
Tanya said good morning. Christina says good morning. Norton says, I'm loving warm eggnog this chilly morning. Thank you. Matreya says, I missed it too. Meeting conflict. Yeah.
Sad.
Nan says good morning. I had chocolate toffee this morning with butter. My favorite for sure.
That sounds so good.
That is good. Tanya says, yay. Keto Dana says, good morning, Bears. Hi, Keto Dana. Stephanie says, good morning, y'all. How do you two like this time change? I always hate the time change.
Yeah, it's actually not that big a deal. The hard time change is earlier
the fall
in the
back
year.
is easy.
Because you don't have to miss out on
spring
sleep.
forward sucks. Yeah. And that's why I always, when someone when we're in Eastern Daylight Time and someone says, it's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm like, it's not Standard Time. It's daylight time. There's a difference.
I just say Eastern and then
Yeah, there you go. You just say Eastern. Hopefully, give it, I assume, so every spring when we do the spring forward, people get really rankled about daylight savings and they remember how much they hate it, and then a whole bunch of legislation gets passed because people are like, this is stupid, why are we still doing this, let's get rid of this.
And then in the fall they forget.
And so,
until it's dark at 4 o'clock at night.
And so probably next spring, everyone will remember, and then a couple of other states will join Utah in saying, hey, we really want to stop the whole daylight savings thing. Utah's is set so that we have to be joined by, I think it's like four states surrounding us, and then we'll switch as well. So I think that Wyoming already passed a resolution. There was an article about it. That said, even though Utah already passed a law saying that we're going to end daylight savings time, why are we still doing it? And it went through the whole thing, but I didn't remember it all. That's okay. Jana says, good morning, Chris and Miriam. Ruela says good morning. Holly says, hi, glad to be back at the office.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see. Yeah, Stephanie says Tara Simpson or a different Tara. Tara Wright.
Oh, yeah,
Tara's
Tara
Keto Kitchen.
of Tara's Keto Kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Saskia made the drop biscuits this morning because day off. Those are good. Ate too much for breakfast, though. Might be unintentional. Oh, Matt here.
Oh, yeah, I can feel you there.
Rhonda says, when you say snack, do you mean eating outside of your meal?
Yes.
So
if you have a snack product with your meal, that's a meal.
Make that part of your meal. Yeah.
But what I find when I'm doing that, well, do I really want this protein bar with my meal? No.
I just want more bacon.
I'd rather have more meal. So, yeah, I think we fill up the snacks and then we find out we're overeating. So that's why we're not snacking this month.
Matreya says, yeah, normally I would want to, but I made a turkey this morning, finished up my 39-hour fast and broke with turkey broth and liver. Then an hour later, 8 ounces of turkey.
Nice.
Turkey. Mike says, good morning, Chris and Miriam.
Good morning, Mike.
Kaden just tried dumping gelatin powder into hot Keto Chow, and it caused a clump.
Yeah,
you have to bloom it first, or what I like to do is I put the powder with the Keto Chow so it can mix all at the same time. Let's see, Shauna, and he's going to try blooming thing. Bloomin'! Shauna says, I was off Halloween night. I went to friends for keto dinner. I ate 0 candy. By 6:30, I was tired and ready to go home. Nice. Kaden says, the thing is daylight standard time is the standard because there are more days with it than without. Exactly. That's actually, I would prefer to just stay on daylight time, which I guess puts Utah in the central time zone, but central standard time. Anyway. Stephanie says, time changes. One of my dog's internal clock messed up. Now she wants to eat 3 times a day instead of 2. Yeah.
Silly dog.
My family says, yeah, that sounds good too. Kaden says, I'm in Indiana. No idea why we quit. Peer pressure? Now I want to sing the Gary Indiana song.
Gary Indiana.
Matreya says, I don't forget.
Indiana.
I signed the petition for legislation to stay on one time year round a couple times a year. Yeah, never passes. Yeah, I don't like the time change.
Yeah.
Mike says, I want Nevada to change too. Well, the funny thing is, if Nevada and Utah change, then Arizona will be in the same time zone as California and Nevada. TC's Life says, good morning, all. I just say Central Time. I can never remember which is which. There you go.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, just say Eastern Time. Keto Dan says, today is the start of my 7 days of Keto Chow. I made 12 shakes yesterday because that's all the blender balls I have. # no cabinet space. Jerry says, hello, Chris and Miriam.
Hi, Jerry.
Stephanie says, got a Keto Chow ready for lunch. I can't wait for that long. I have there were, I think, 5 Keto Chows left over from my experiment of chocolate mixed with butter and some gelatin. And unless something else happens, that's what I'm having for breakfast. So Stephanie says, got a Keto Chow ready for lunch. Oh, yeah. And Devin says, good morning. Kaden says,
Devin.
As a traumatic brain injury survivor, yeah, we have to stop daylight savings times. Always a jump in car crashes, including the one that messed me up.
Oh.
Sorry to hear about that. But yeah, it's just dumb. Shauna says, I am so tired in all this dark. Is this what we are saving all the daylight for? You're not saving anything. You're simply shifting. They should call it daylight shifting time.
Yeah.
Because you're not making daylight out of something. And every time there's an argument about it, people always talk like as if they're making daylight out of nothing. All we're doing is changing the clock. Anyway.
Because there's daylight.
Yeah. Peggy says, I'm late for a very important day. Good morning, Bears and fellow Keto Chowers. Patty says the cookbook was actually only $106 after tax. Yes. There was a $2 promotion. What the heck? Get on that. Mm-hmm. Jennifer says, good morning. Deb says, good morning, Miriam and Chris. I tried s'mores last night for dinner as ice cream. Is very yummy. Tell us all, if you've had s'mores, please comment and let us know what you think. Miriam doesn't like marshmallows.
That's okay.
I like marshmallows. I think they're delicious. And I haven't had s'mores since we introduced it because I've only been having chocolate.
You can have some today.
I can have some. There's some in the fridge right there. But I can't have it until I do my blood test, which I have to leave for soon. In 4 minutes. Mm-hmm. What time is it now? It is 9:26. Let's see. Mike says, I want Nevada to join with Arizona. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Kyogo Lightly says, good morning. Hope all is well.
Good morning.
So far, so good. Saskia says, I would have joined for Snow Stock November, but I just ordered a bunch of stuff from Natural Market to try. Have it with a meal.
Yep, have it with your meal.
And yeah, Matt says the Illinois State Senate passed a law to stay on daylight savings time all year round, but it died in the Illinois House. Just wait until spring. They'll remember how much they hate it.
Yep. They'll remember.
Mac Warrior says, David Mac Warrior. Shauna says, left coast time. There you go. Mac Warrior says, good morning. Maitreya says, it definitely makes sense when we all had more outdoor labor and less electric lighting. We don't have those issues anymore. Well, even when it was introduced. Anyway. Kat says, the dogs were so confused when bedtime was an hour earlier. Shauna says, so I tease us. I agree. Daylight shifting time. Mm-hmm. Shauna says, I got my thumbs up. Clicked. Good job. Macquarie, Ohio says, yeah, Ohio is going to Eastern Daylight Time all the time. Probably Eastern Standard. Well, are they in Eastern Time Zone? Dang it. I know geography, but I don't know my time zones. Stephanie Kiss says, can't wait to try the s'mores. Kat says, s'mores is delish. See, you're wrong.
Great. Great. I have not said I don't like it at all. Thank you very much.
You've never said it. I say it for you.
And I'm not going to say it, and you should stop.
You never say it on the lives. You say it to me.
I'm not telling anyone.
Okay.
Shut up.
Shauna says, oh, so yummy. Had it warm, made with butter yesterday. Even my non-keto mom and niece loved it. Nice.
Ooh, nice.
TC's Life says, I need to get the beef gelatin to see if I can digest the sweeter flavors at all. And I literally just went on Amazon, searched for beef gelatin, and got the cheapest one I could find, which was like Zen Principle.
Mm-hmm. It has a chocolate to it, doesn't it?
No, it's just beef gelatin. And you can actually just go to the store and get regular gelatin too. That's made with pigs.
You just want to get it without sugar in it.
Yep. Maitreya says, yeah, they say that every year. Also, how the heck are you? It's been a hot minute. There you go. Jerry says, is it beef gelatin and how much per shake and why? So it thickens it up. Could be one reason why you do it. Or it can help with digestive problems. And I don't remember how much it cost. If you just want it to help with digestion problems, adding a teaspoon or less will do that. If you add more than a teaspoon, it makes it into pudding. If you add 3 teaspoons, which is a tablespoon per shake, it will make Jell-O. Like, honest to goodness, Jell-O. You have to eat it with a spoon or melt it.
But it's still kind of good, right?
Yeah, it is.
With a spoon.
Well, the Keto Chow made with butter that I put 2 teaspoons in,
yeah, it was still pretty thick.
Turns it into pudding. It's still really good, but I started the experiment heating it up. I'm continuing the experiment heating up. There's only been a couple that I haven't heated up. Let's see. Maitreya says, I have a s'more shake made, but I haven't tried it yet.
Tell us what you
It has to wait until Wednesday. It smells good. Shauna says, finalized keto dessert decision. Joe's keto crust with cocoa powder, a little sweetener, and s'mores cheesecake with melted Lily's chips on it. Dang, okay.
That sounds good.
Macquarie, Ohio says, I'm having an EMG on my wrist. I can't feel 3 fingers. Dang.
Whoa.
That's no fun. Mike says, I tried the s'mores. I like it plain, but I mixed in some Orgain chocolate collagen in it and liked it too. Yeah, it doesn't have like really any chocolate flavor at all. It does have a hint of graham cracker. And there is not actual cinnamon in it. We checked. If you're allergic to cinnamon, you don't have to worry about that particular point. But we decided not to put more chocolate in it because it overpowers the marshmallow flavor. So, Kaden says, yeah, daylight savings time sucks for outdoor labor because you lose the cool of the day in the heat of the summer. That's absolutely true. Kaden says, oh, okay, Ohio is Eastern. Okay. Yeah, see, I'd rather stay on Eastern daylight time anyway. Kaden says Eastern is huge compared to the other time zones. There you go. Kat says, replying to Shauna, yeah, that sounds amazing. Kendra said, just picked up my s'mores this morning after missing the post office delivery on Friday.
Oh, sad.
I made one up with butter for dinner. It smells and tastes amazing. Macquarie says, wrist fracture is healing, but maybe pinching nerves in the wrist.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry.
Saskia says, speaking of Keto Chow additives, vital proteins, collagen has nothing weird or anything, right? I've never looked into it before. I'm not sure. Now, collagen, if you add that, it will not thicken it up because it's missing the protein that causes the thickening.
But you still have to be careful with the ingredients, so just research it.
There you go. Shauna says, I had 2 teaspoons, one for thickener, one for digestion. Actually put it in my heavy whipping cream and then added an ounce of my hot coffee and shook this AM. I can't speak well, worked well. Maitreya says, when the gelatin is too much and you warm it up, it's really lovely, thick and extra smooth. Yeah, if it's too thick, just heat it up and it just melts and everything's fine. Right Family said we got a good surprise yesterday. Some of the church ladies bought us some cute baby things.
Oh, I want to see.
Sonia says, any suggestions on what ice cream makers are best for Keto Chow? The Winter, Whynter, I think, are good. The Cuisinart ones are fine. A lot of people use the ones that it's a bowl that you freeze. I actually haven't had bad luck with any except for the ones that you put in the big giant thing and you put ice and salt around it. That one did not work for me, but it was like an old time one.
We could have also not put in the right amount of salt or ice or whatever.
Andrew says I can't see the comments. Well, you can't see the comments from people who are on YouTube.
Yeah, so we're just saying them out.
Yeah, we're on both. So let's see. Mark says Huber Heights. Oh, that's where he's at.
Matt.
In Ohio.
And his name is David.
So, what did I say? Oh my gosh. I'm no speak good today. Mike says the entire country of China is on one time zone. Seems like we could make do with 2 time zones. Yeah. Well, I think they have the right idea because you just get used to the fact that 6 o'clock in the morning is really dark, depending on the time of year, or it may be light in your particular part of the country. But there you go. Okay, I need to go and get my blood drawn for the last time for this thing. By the way, let's see, let me switch over here. Broadcast. If you go to Recipes and More blog posts, you're going to have to scroll down a lot.
Whoa.
Next.
Where are you going?
Or you can just type in EVOO Keto Chow. And the first thing should in here somewhere. There it is. Extra virgin olive oil. I posted the first results of my blood tests.
Whoa.
All the way down here at the bottom in the results section. So I'll just go like this. Here
In case you want to geek out
results.
Well, you did that.
There we go. So,
okay,
Sonia wants to know what the flavor of the week is. Strawberry.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
How come I don't remember that at all?
We had it.
It's s'mores.
S'mores is on sale.
Oh, no, it's not.
We sold, did they say that we had like 4,000 of those?
2,000.
2,000 of those. 2,000 s'mores are going on
S'mores
today.
is regular priced.
Yep.
It's not on sale, but we have it.
Yep. And Right Family says, I thought I'd share a positive
strawberry.
thing. People should share more positive. Absolutely.
That's right. We need to stop being honest.
I get to eat bacon today. Okay. Well, we're going to go, and everybody have a great day.
Bye.
There you go. Yeah, you say bye.